Invocation. To the Supreme God, to the Great Divine Father and the Great Divine Mother, thank you for your priceless blessings, for your divine light, divine love, divine power, divine healing, guidance, mercy, help, and protection. Thank you. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great ones, we incredibly humbly thank you for your great blessings. We thank you so much. We thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Let's start with purification session today. Imagine a sun, a giant sun, in front of you. Let's verbalize. Let's say, be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Let's invoke the energy of love. We say, Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with substance of love. Again, Lord God, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with substance of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's purify. Verbalize along. Say, to the Supreme Being, thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of anger, cruelty, injury, criticism, hatred, malice, irritation, violence, rage, and revenge from my entire system, and please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme Being, thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of lust, of greed, domination, poverty, and stealing, either materially, stealing emotionally, intellectually, financially, or stealing sexually from my entire system. Please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme Being, thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of lying, pretending, distortion, manipulation, ego, pride, low self-esteem, insecurities, prejudice, self-delusion, jealousy, enviousness, and guilt from my entire system, and please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme Being, thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of procrastination and laziness from my entire system. Please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme Being. Thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of addiction, obsession, and excessiveness of all types, and all the useless thoughts and negative emotions from my entire system. Please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. And next, to the Supreme Being. Thank you for completely extracting out all the entities and elementals of stress, emotional trauma, fear, anxiety, depression, pent up emotions, doubts, and resentments from my entire system. Please sacrifice it to the great Sun God. Thank you. Blessings. Verbally speak along with me. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with loving kindness and non injury in my thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Please bless me with patience, understanding, tolerance, mercy, compassion, and inner forgiveness. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with the virtue of generosity and non stealing. Please bless me with a compassionate, generous heart that I may give and share to those in need. Thank you also for blessing my life with abundance, with wealth, and with riches. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with clarity and sharpness of mind. Please bless me with accurate perception and correct expression, that I may have humility, objectiveness, and a good self-esteem. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with one-pointedness, with constancy of aim and effort. Please bless me with an iron will and inner power to do great things. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with moderation and non-excessiveness, so that I may live a balanced and prosperous life. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with peace, power, prosperity, and purpose in my life. I thank you so much. Thank you. Now, today the forgiveness that we will do is for a specific category of people. Remember in conversations when you say to people that, but listen to me, or you don't listen, right? There are people who have a tendency to not listen. And somehow I personally think they really need a strong dose of forgiveness. There are these people are pretty much everywhere around you. They just don't listen, especially when they're upset, especially when they're angry. Your opinion or your version of what happened is not important for them. In fact, not important to such a degree that they shut out every other opinion or version of whatever happened. They shut it out completely. They do not entertain it, and the not listening is only one part. The problem is they keep repeating their own version over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, and you know it becomes an ugly mess after a while. And you then the voice, then you start to raise the voice, and then they raise the voice, and then the voice gets raised in the process. What I'm trying to say from this is that um, the underlying understanding is that people can't see their egos being defeated. When the ego takes a hit, it's almost like they're taking a hit. They're still very strongly identified with their ego. Sorry. So, which basically means that they're very strongly identified with their egos to such a degree that when something other than their viewpoint is being shown to them, it feels like they're being turned down, they're being shown that you're wrong, that you are that you haven't thought through, that your viewpoint is not worth a penny. It comes across to them like this. There is no sense of healthy disagreement. Uh, and that requires a very good self-image, by the way. So, by the way, FI, not everybody is like this, okay? People turn like this when there's an argument going on, usually, okay? People are usually good, they're usually kind, but you have to understand that in the arguments, what gets shown at a very elaborate rate is what you usually carry inside. So maybe in a training of life has taught you to listen, but the training goes completely sideways when a situation is arrived and when emotions are all time high. People just stop listening. And that is something which I'm going to urge all of you, if you have a tendency like this, to work on yourself and to remove this thing completely out of your system. Okay? That's something which I'm going to urge all of you to start taking care of this and not be like this. No matter what's going on in a situation of life, if there's a valid point that somebody's saying, drop your guards, let the valid point come inside, and everything else is not important, okay? If it's a valid point, acknowledge and say, okay, that is true, that is okay, I agree with that. Uh, that basically helps in building up a fantastic self-esteem. All right? Forgiveness will be for people like this, or blessing will be for people like this, okay? Yeah? Raise your hands, be aware of heart and the crown chakra, and say, may everyone in the world that refuses to listen during an argument, refuses to listen generally to their family members, refuses to listen to their children, to their spouse, to their parents, to their siblings, to their near and dear ones. For whatever reason, may everyone be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. More of love. Love is connected to listening. May all these people in the world that refuse to listen be filled in with tremendous amount of love. Say, Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, please make me a humble instrument of all your energies, and may the divine love flow to all of them effortlessly. May it open their heart chakra, may it open their mind, their viewpoint, to allow accommodation for other viewpoints to come and set in. Fill them with love, lot of love. May the perception be filled with acceptance, perception be filled with love, perception be filled with accuracy. If any trauma has happened in the past due to which people don't listen, may the trauma be healed. May aware of the heart and the crown project powerful divine healing energy. Everyone, everyone is being blessed with a compassionate open mind and an ear that listens. May not always agree, may not always follow, but listens. Listens without a bias, an ear that listens without judgment. Everyone is being blessed. Now, let's go to somebody in your life that you know does not listen to you, personal with you, right? And say, may you, the beautiful soul, be showered with the love of God. If you know the reason why they why they stopped listening, say, I am aware of the reason why you've stopped listening to me. And I want you to know that I'm very, very sorry for whatever I have done for this. And if there's a miscommunication from both of our sides, I pray for illumination that may you be able to see the right thing. May you drop your bias. May you be blessed with kindness. May you be blessed with humility. May you grow in your viewpoints. May you be deeply, deeply blessed. And I'm very sorry if I added fuel to the fire. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. If you're somebody who's legitimate relationship like spouse, Seki, I hope we get back together as strongly as ever. May God bless strength to our relationship, strength to weather all the storms, strength to find love even in the dark times, tremendous amount of inner strength. Say, may everyone, say that may you, the beautiful soul, be fed with special love coming from Supreme God. So be it. And in case if you don't know what the reason is why they stop listening, be aware of the heart and the crown and say, I am not really aware of what the reason is why we have stopped or why you have stopped listening to me. But I want you to know. Now you're talking to the soul, by the way. Say, I want you to know that I'm there for you, that I am there for you. With a beautiful open heart, I am there for you. I am very much there for you. And I love you a lot. May God heal our situation. May God heal our marriage. May God, if it's not marriage, if it's something else, like your children, your parents, your siblings, say, may God heal our relationship. May God bless our beautiful relationship. And I would like you to see that you and the other person are communicating freely, heart to heart talk, joyfully. If like you're a husband, wife, imagine there's being skin contact, like holding hands maybe. And if it's whatever is applicable, but I'd like you to visualize exactly that. But perfectly open communication, tear in eyes, because now you finally know the real reasons. And is any mistake of yours that they point out, with the open heart, you accept and say, yes, for this I'm very sorry. For this I'm very, very sorry. And I will try never to repeat it again. Now visualize this and project energy into it. And imagine both of you saying to each other, I completely forgive you. I completely forgive you. And I completely, completely forgive you. Thank you. Now, keep your hands down on your lap. Focus on a brilliant point of light on top of your crown. Try to look at that light. If you want, you can chant a mantra to go along with it. Be very still. Let's do a closing prayer. And say to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your great blessings. Thank you so much. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great, great ones, we incredibly humbly thank you for your great blessings. We thank you so much. Thank you. Everyone, have a great day. Take care. Especially take care of your health, please. Yeah. God bless all of you. Natma namaste. See you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.